Aloha! Here we are on another episode with the 808 Lion Lifestyle. Here's your host, me, Leonard Transfiguration, explaining how the 808 Lion Lifestyle philosophy works. Today's topic is keeping your mind clear. Now, there's so much noise happening in the world these days, and I just got inspired to leave this message to you guys because I know that there's someone out there that has so much going on in their mind that they can barely think, let alone think correctly or straight, right? So, one of my greatest mentors told me, which is actually my father. My father told me that what's around you, if your environment is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. So, my first tip is declutter your environment. Get everything organized. Second is to declutter your mind. Now, this is a process. Let me explain it to you the best way I can. When you're going through the day, thoughts, ideas come into your mind, right? Some are good, some are bad. Of course, the bad ones you want to forget. The good ones, though, you want to keep. The thing is, when you keep that good idea in your mind by memory, you're using this crucial processing uh, factor in your brain. You're using that processor, portion of that process to keep that idea, that thought in your brain. So what I recommend, what I do is I use my technology that I have, and usually technologies like this have a list. Let me see if we can. Well, I don't think you can see it here, but I'm using the Apple reminder list. Androids, LGs, and other phones have it. There's different apps out there. My first tip in decluttering your mind is using a technology, technological app within your cell phone, because your cell phone's always with you, to take out that idea and thought, declutter your mind, and put it somewhere safe and sound. Okay? Uh, Two things is happening here. One, you're releasing your not using that important mental processing uh, space so that you can actually go through the day with a clear mind. Number two, you're setting yourself up for success, because my second tip is, at the end of the day, make sure you transfer those ideas and tips into a planner. Big, big life-changing tip. Use a planner. If you're not living life with a planner, you have too much stuff in your head. And whew, I mean, good if you're if you're living fine without a planner and keeping and memorizing everything, good for you. But I'm speaking to those that cannot keep everything in their head, and they're trying to find out what is the way to have a clear mind. And this is the message that I'm reaching out to those people. Okay? So, one, throughout the day, when those good ideas come into your head and you want to keep them, boom, transfer it into your phone. Capture it, lock it, put it in a safe place. Bad ideas, forget about it. Knock it out of your head. Keep your mind clear and your processing energy fully optimized, ready to take on whatever life throws at you throughout the day. Second, at the end of the day, transfer everything into your planner and make sure that you block out time. That's the key. You transfer into your planner, and blocking out the time is a commitment to the future. Lastly, is what happens if there's so much things that gets added up in your phone, and it's just too much. It's overwhelming, and you get analysis, you get paralysis by analysis, right? So I've that has happened to me before. And in those times when I get overwhelmed, I dump that. I dump that those overwhelming ideas in a brain dump list. Okay, you list everything in you take everything in your head that's cluttering your mind onto a piece of paper called the brain dump list. From that point, you do it again. You transfer everything on the paper, on the brain dump list, into your planner. Okay, and you schedule it. You have to schedule it. If you have to schedule it 1, 2, 3 months out, schedule it, because that's the only way these thoughts and great ideas that God bestows and plants in your conscious mind crystallizes into formation and comes into this reality. That being said, this is Leonard Transfiguration explaining how to keep a clear mind using the 808 Line Lifestyle philosophy. Mahalo.